Hello everyone, welcome to the Daily Nature Journal. So we're at the end of February, in fact it's the 2nd of March today, and I've really got a bit of catching up to do. So let's see where we are. Title page is done. Weather page is fully done too. This page needs the pressed flowers here, and I'm going to take a look at them now and see whether they're ready to go in. This page also needs a bit of work. I'm going to add some pressed flowers, and I'm going to also do some flower drawings in around them. I was going to draw the celandine today, but the weather is so gloomy that they all look like this. Now, like me, celandine are very sun-loving flowers. They like warmth and sunshine, and on days like today where it's gloomy and drizzly, they don't even bother getting up. So I'm going to still draw those, but I think I'm going to have to work from my photographs taken on a much sunnier day. Then finally we've got this page, which is all done. And these are the next pages which will get started for March tomorrow. So let's take a look in the flower press. Many of these have been in for about 2.5 weeks now. Let's see if that's been long enough to get them ready to put into the journal. So we've got some speedwell, they're looking good. Right, so I've got a spare bit of paper here, and I'm going to lay out the leaves and flowers that are ready to go. Incidentally, these lovely flat stamp tweezers were sent to me by Susan in Canada, very kindly. And they're so much better than the pointed tweezers that I was using for picking up the plants. Oh, here we go. Now these are a lot flatter than when I last saw them. These are my coltsfoot. Yeah, they're perfect. Absolutely perfect. Last time I got them out, they felt like they were still a little bit fleshy. And when I lifted them from the paper, they were slightly damp. So they weren't ready to go in. Now they're flat and papery and dry, and they're absolutely beautiful. The little scales of the coltsfoot have been preserved beautifully. Now it can't quite manage the flat shape of the flower the way that I pressed it this time, but I think you get the gist of what's going on with the coltsfoot. And this one's especially good because you can still see the inside of the flower properly. So yeah, I've got celandine. And here I have coltsfoot leaves. You can see the difference between them. They're a similar shape, but the coltsfoot leaves have these straight edges with these little black points. See? Whereas the celandine, they're curved, and so they've still got the heart shape. Difficult ones to press, the celandine. And these aren't quite ready yet. They're still a little bit on the sticky side. Let's turn them over, have a look. Really beautiful. So I'd say this one, it needs another week in the press. The same with the leaves here. But what I will do, I need to work out the layout of my page now, and while I have these flowers out, although I'm not going to stick them in yet, I can use them to work out where to put my drawings. So I'm laying them in, and then I'm going to use a pencil to just sketch out where I'm going to put my drawing. You'd believe how long it just took me to find a pencil. Right, I do something like this. I think that gives a good representation of what the celandine plant looks like. So that's going to go there like that. You've got to be careful not to overdo it, and I think this is enough. I think this fills the page quite nicely. So I'm going to put these back in the press and give them a little bit longer in there. So this is where I decided I was going to put my celandine sketch. going to get this speedwell put in. So this method involves a little bit of EVA glue, and you would have seen that in my previous videos too. So we just water the glue down a little bit, paint it onto the back of the flower with a nice soft brush, and if you do it on a piece of paper towel like this, it means you can coat right to the edges. Then we'll pick it up, flip it over. I'm going to pop it down how I wanted it. A little bit more watery glue over the top. So now I'm just going to do a little sketch of the celandine from the photos that I took the other day, on that beautiful sunny day actually, when I went out to the top of the valley. You can see that in my previous video. So I'm just going to do this using my usual methods of quick sketch in pencil followed by ink. And then once that's done, this page will be ready, and then I'm just waiting for those celandine flowers to be fully ready to go. I reckon it's about another week and then this page will be finished. So last thing I need to do now is come back to this page, and I'm going to put in my coltsfoot at last. So let's work out where to put them first. I love these great big leaves, but I don't want to obscure too much of my drawing. Let's put that there. And then I want the very best versions. I want to use my best examples on this page. I think this works quite nicely. So let's get them stuck down now. So one thing to think about when you've got really delicate petals like this is to make sure that when you're putting the glue on with the brush that you're gently stroking in the direction of the petals, because they'll quite easily bend back because each individual little petal has dried separately here. So it's the start of the month and it's the perfect time to go and check out my Patreon. You'll get all of the content from last month, plus everything for this month as it comes out. So if you're interested in giving me a little bit more support and getting the bonus and extended content, then do go and check that out. Now I think this has come out really nicely, and we're pretty much there for February now. So in tomorrow's video I'm going to get started on the first pages for March, and also because it's the beginning of the month, it's time to go back to the woods and see what's changed. So I'll be doing that at the end of the week too. So do subscribe and switch on your notifications so you can find out when my next videos come out and see them straight away. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.